Hello, I'm sweaty and gross, and I have a video today about neti pots. Yeah, and they're super helpful even when you're nasty, like me right now. And there's one right there. Hey, buddy. So, I already preloaded this neti pot with distilled water that I previously boiled. I used a tea kettle, that I only use for distilled water because I'm a little bit of a germaphobe and I don't want to inoculate myself with a certain strain that you can introduce into your sinuses if you use undistilled water, and it's really scary and it actually like eats your brain. It's like an amoeba or something, and yeah, it's not cool. Anyways, so the way that you can avoid that or mitigate that risk is by getting distilled water from a trusted source and not contaminating it with like other crap. So keep it as your neti water. It's secret and safe and holy. So anyways, what you want to do after that is, after you boil it, then you throw in some neti approved salt, which is usually iodized salt, or non-iodized, excuse me. Fuck, I'm sick. And so that'll help irrigate your sinuses. So the thing with neti pot salt though is that you want to make sure that you have the measurement right, because if you have it where it is too salty or hypertonic, then it'll actually shrink your red blood cells. It's really uncomfortable, it kills them. It looks pretty metal. Or if you get it not salty enough or hypotonic, it makes the cells swell to the point where they'll explode. That's also pretty metal and something you don't want to do. I didn't do a good enough job explaining that to my physics PhD boyfriend, and he just wanted to put straight unsalted water in his nose, and we kind of got in a fight about it. But anyways, we're not dating anymore for obvious reasons. But back to this neti pot business. I preloaded this one, and don't share your neti pot. That's gross. That's a big thing you want to know. I know you love people and stuff, but like, get your own neti pot. Like, this isn't the dark ages. And keep it clean. That's important. And then the other thing too is that, so let me go back to my story about this, like loading up the neti pot. Hey bud. So I will boil distilled water in that kettle that's used exclusively for distilled water. Yeah, I'm really bougie about it. And then, so I use like maybe a third full of that. So I put my salt in first, and then I put a third of the water in that's boiling, and then I put the remainder, or just, well, you don't want to put boiling water in there, shit. Don't put boiling water in there, just wait a little bit. Don't be a dumbass. Anyways, if you put boiling water in there and you burn your nose, it's your fault, not mine. Anyways, disclaimer. Yeah, that was a disclaimer. So, back to that. You can let your hot water cool off a little bit. I highly recommend that, because I've been an idiot who didn't wait long enough and it got really, like, it burned the shit out of my nose. But you know, you have pain receptors and stuff, so you stop unless you're broken or something. But anyways, yeah, so then I mix it with like the other lukewarm distilled water and make sure that the salt is all mixed in. The way that you know the salt is all mixed in is that you won't see the salt crystals anymore. That's a chemistry thing. I don't feel like getting into it right now. It's really cool though. But that's how you know that that's there and kind of ready to go. My eyes look terrible. My liver's pissed. But anyways, yeah, and I'm sweating. Hay fever. Thanks for burning stuff out. Okay, so anyways, but the other thing too is that you want to know how you're going to get your water salty or unsalty enough or balanced. So the way you know is that you can buy a brand. I like Baraka a lot. This one it's like infused with all kinds of cool antimicrobial stuff that tells them to get out. And they'll tell you, they say, add a heaping 1/2 teaspoon into your neti pot. They'll give you directions, follow the directions. You want to read those and don't make it up on your own. Don't be that person, because then you're the person that people make fun of on the news for jacking yourself up, and that's embarrassing. But anyways, yeah, so it'll say that. Follow the directions, and some brands will even have their own little metered kind of salt measure in there, so you can do that. But don't mix your plastic metered salt measure in there. That introduces plastic to the water, and that's an endocrine disruptor. Your body already deals with enough of that somewhere else. So just, I like to use a clean wooden chopstick or something, or not even that. I'll just use, just kind of gently stir it a little bit, or shake the container or the neti pot itself. This one's already full, so it's gonna kind of leak out like that, but if you just fill it up partially and then put your salt in, it's fine. You can kind of swirl it around. Yeah, this is probably like super detailed, and hey, look, I'm sweating some more. Anyways, yeah, so that's the neti pot, and I'm gonna move this out of the way, and I'll show you this like really embarrassing video of somebody getting snot out of their face. So let's see here, let's set it up. I'm new, I need like a real camera and a real camera crew, but this will do. So you can leave your glasses on or off. Maybe they'll fall off on camera or something really cool. But yeah, you can always kind of tell the temperature of the neti pot based on just that initial touch in your nose, and you'll be able to tell, and you can start to pour, and then you want to leave open. I guess you can talk. That's cool. Yep, here it comes. Woohoo! This is so gross, but also really satisfying. Check it out. Ew. I need a facial. Get a shower. Totally back, because then it'll get to your backside unless you want that, but you also kind of like cough on it. And watch your breathing. Don't try to breathe through your nose while you're doing this. Remember swimming? Remember that technique, where you just breathe out your nose, but if you do that, you'll blow bubbles into your neti pot. Okay, so it seems like I'm almost done. Oh, found another pocket. Okay, lean into it. Cool. Okay, so it's kind of good. You're good. And then I like to lean over this thing because there's residual yuck that'll come out. And then, yeah, hey, inflammation, how's it going? All right, keep some TP nearby, and then just throw your tissue into the toilet so you can just flush it instead of inoculating everybody else with your germs. I'm not gonna show you flushing toilet on camera right now. That's weird. Yeah, so I'm gonna blow my nose. Oh yeah, check it out. Oh, it's so gross. This is yellow and bloody and sick. And it's probably the nastiest thing ever posted. But it's not in my sinuses anymore. So that's cool. So now I'm gonna load it up again in that same long ass technique that I talked about that I should probably write down. And do the other side. So I'm gonna go on this one, and I don't need to show it on camera because this video is already getting long enough. But if you're not sure about this stuff, or you're like, what the hell? That's cool. Trust your gut. Talk to your doc about it. I found all kinds of doctors of different walks of medical life have told me that it's okay to do it. This time last year I was in urgent care for this same problem. And the doctor I had was really nice, and he was your standard, well, I don't want to say standard allopathic doctor, but he was awesome. I think he was from, I'm not quite sure, but anyways, he was really, he was open to me using a neti pot and encouraged it, and then also helped me get a prescription for intranasal Flonase so that I could help keep that clear too. And so I would just, you know, use my neti pot and use my Western meds too. There's a time and place for both, and they can work together sometimes, which is super cool, thank God, because I don't want to die like in the year 1250 from a weird axe wound that went septic. That's gross. Maybe not all went septic, but you know. Anyways, I'm rambling because I'm sick. But yeah, naturopaths like these, and as far as other healthcare providers, and depending on what state or country you're in, the licensing criteria is different. Same with chiropractors and other healthcare providers. But yeah, trust your gut and talk to, you know, if you have a preferred healthcare provider, no matter what walk of medicine they take, and you feel like you can have a trusted dialogue with them, like, it's awesome. And trust, it's great you have a trust relationship like that, and you know, do what you want to do. I have some friends that swear by neti pots, and a lot of them are guys, which is kind of funny. Usually they're the same people that tend to be a little closed-minded to other things, like medication-wise and stuff, but each person has their own, you know, set of stuff that they're okay with, which is cool. And then there are, what was I going to say about dudes and neti pots? I don't know, I'm forgetting. I'm sick. Did you know? Did you not know? Is it obvious? So gross, sweating like this, but it has to be done. Good job, body. Burn it out. Anyways, yeah. Do it or don't do it. Research it. Talk to people you trust. Healthcare providers with licenses, and do your thing. I'm not one, so you don't have to believe me. You're not forced to, and no one's making you do it. So just listen to, go talk to your doc, and I'll be done rambling. Woohoo!